Welcome back to the channel. Well, you're in luck. The security camera did capture my little wrestling match with the door. So, as promised, I have that for you. But I have to warn you, it is a security camera, so it is filmed in Potato Plus, which is just slightly better than filming with an actual potato. So it's not going to be the usual 4K footage you're used to. This part is, but the rest of it, actual good part of me getting crushed, that won't be. And then I will include a little bit of how I figured out how to get the door over here after my little incident. If you want to watch that, great. If you just want to see me get crushed by a door, let's go see that.
Of course, because I'm a model of efficiency, I put the doors as far away from where I'm going to use them as possible. And they're in that little hallway between the two buildings, so there's really no good way to get them out of there other than using a hand truck. Two of us put them in there and stacked them up so they'd be out of the way. They were just about an inch shorter than the roof of the building, so there's not a whole lot of room here. And there's a little bump I got to go over. So we're just slowly going to get it over that crack in the concrete. And then we're just going to inch our way across the shop. Everything's going according to plan so far. It may not be the fastest method to move these doors, but it works. Well, until it doesn't. Inch by inch, we'll get there eventually. Now, here's where things started to go bad. I was unhappy with the efficiency of my moving, so I'm trying to figure out a different way to do it, maybe a little faster. And that's what I was afraid of. The door going the other way off the hand truck. And once it starts going, it's going to keep going. So I guess we're back to our old method. But can we move a little faster? And I'm kind of committed. I'm here in the middle of the shop. It'll lean on the hand truck one way, but there's nothing to stop it from falling the other way. So I either have to get it to where I can put it up against something, or just get it to where I'm going to use it. Got to reroute around the Bobcat. And I found a little more efficient, or possibly reckless method. And that's when things went bad.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
Amazingly enough, the glass is still intact, probably because there was a Scott to cushion the fall of the door. So I'm going to go walk this off a little bit, find some dirt to rub on it, and I'll be back once I've recollected my thoughts. But in the meantime, let's take a look at that tackle and break it down. Right about there is when I figured out I'm no longer in control. So it was time to hold on tight and see if we could save it. And the unanimous decision between gravity, my thumb, and the door said no. Since my thumb is the only thing holding the inside of this door up, and this door has just become a big lever, it gave up the fight and went in directions it wasn't supposed to go. But it didn't go there quietly. There was some popping and cracking. Now with the door gaining speed, and me with no opposable thumb and way to control it, I realized that if I don't move my hand, my thumb isn't going to be the only thing that's broken. So now it just became, let's try and bail as quickly as possible, and hopefully set the door down without breaking anything. Well, we weren't quite so successful in bailing, but we were successful in not breaking the door when it hit the ground, since, well, I was there to cushion the blow. We now return you to your regularly scheduled program already in progress. The little birdies have stopped circling my head. My thumb isn't too swollen just yet, so let's see if we can clean up our mess here. I think since the Bobcat happens to be here, the best thing to do is just set this door up against it. So we'll do that. Move the bottom of it away a little bit so it doesn't fall right back down on top of me. Again. Recalculating. All right, well, it's a little more manageable on the ground like this. Maybe we can move it. So we'll set it back on our hand truck. Unfortunately, right where our hand truck needs to be, centered in that door, happens to be our glass. Setting that glass up against the hand truck just doesn't seem like a good idea. so we'll have to come up with a solution. And Scott's Lumber Emporium happens to have one for us. And that solution would be a piece of plywood that's as tall as the hand truck, so we can put that in between the door and the hand truck, and now the wood will sit against our glass instead of the metal bars of the hand truck. And with any luck that we seem to be short on today, we won't break that glass. It's definitely a lot easier to move when it's not taller than I am. We'll wheel it over to the spray booth and then figure out what we're going to do with it. Recalculating. All right. I believe I have a solution. We're going to set it up against the spray booth. The hand truck should keep it from falling back this way. The booth will keep it from falling the other way. Hopefully it'll be safe there. But that's not good enough. We came here to put a door on. We're going to put a door on. So we're going to try and stand it up. Because I'm full of all kinds of bad ideas today. It's pretty heavy. So now we're going to rethink that idea. After running likely scenarios of how this could go bad, I decided I need to move it a little bit further over before I try to stand it up, because where it was, if I would have stood it up and was successful, I probably just would have fallen right into the booth. So we need to move it so that it's going to stand up against the other wall where it's going to be mounted to. Of course, I'm making all this up as I go along right now. We're on plan D or E or something like that. Plan A went out the window when the door landed on top of me. I believe it was Mike Tyson that said, everybody has a plan until you get hit in the face with a door. Or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, of course. So I think we're ready to stand up our door. But I'm also realizing it's pretty heavy and I'm working with only 1.5 hands here. And just to make matters worse, it doesn't want to stay where I put it. So the bottom's sliding out. At least that happened when I still had a little bit of control and it wasn't too high up in the air. So now I got to figure out a way to keep it from sliding. Plan F, I believe. You guessed it. Scott's Lumber Emporium to the rescue yet again. We have the 2x10s that were left over from our skid that we made for our paint booth, the exhaust plenum. So we're just going to put those against the wall so that we can push up against it. We're coming up a little short. Now I'm trying to decide if I just want to slide it down there. But I realized that I'm going to run out of room. So let's move it back a little bit. And put a spacer in there. I grabbed a milk crate, so hopefully I can lift it up a little bit, slip that milk crate in there, then grab it from the bottom and stand it all the way up. That's my thoughts anyway. See how it goes. Lift with your back, right? That's how that goes. And we almost lost the door off the front. Haven't quite thought this through yet. Now we just have to worry about it falling away from the spray booth. The booth will hold it the other way. And I'm going to try and let it down slowly. But that's probably not going to happen. Watch your toes. And we just so happened to land it on top of our 2x10, which also happened to be almost the right height to get this door to slide onto its hinges. That was not part of the plan, but sometimes things work out better than you thought they were going to, which is quite a change from the way the rest of the day went. So we're going to set our prop rod here underneath our handle so it doesn't fall away from the booth. Grab another 2x10 so we can slide the door off of the one that it's on and onto the other one, since it just happened to be spaced out perfectly. Now I'm trying to decide if I really want to do this, and also how I'm going to do this. I decided I made it this far, we might as well get this door totally installed. So we'll set the camera up so we can record the rest of this, which we put in the other video. So we'll skip ahead to how I got the next door over here. For that, I decided I'd use the big piece of equipment that's made for lifting big heavy things. Seems appropriate. Unfortunately, we still need to get this door out of its little corner. So we have to do it the sketchy way on the hand truck. So we moved it over to our box. I'm going to stand it up against the box. I can't quite set it on the forks. So we're just going to leave it on the hand truck and ratchet strap all of it to the box and see how that goes. Maybe it'll roll along with me. Or maybe it'll just fall over. And it kind of wants to fall over, so who am I to fight it, right? We'll get a 2x4. And we're going to tip it up. Seems secure. Well, I'm not under it this time, so I don't care if it falls. And that worked out way better. I should have done that the first time. Now we gotta set it back down and hopefully it doesn't slide onto our toes. Take off our ratchet strap. Now for the sketchy part, where we have to move it over to the booth. And it's over there, safe and sound. If you want to see the rest of it, it's in the last video. Spoiler alert, it makes it there. I don't injure myself anymore. Everyone's happy. Well, maybe not everyone. I'm sure there's some haters hoping that the door would fall on me yet one more time, but not this time. But don't worry, I'm sure that was not the last dumb thing I'm ever going to do in my life. But the next one might be.
So that might not have been one of my brightest ideas, but it did kind of work out because our door got up there, just with a couple extra bumps and bruises. The hand, doing all right. I still haven't gone to the doctor. It's still a little swollen and black and blue, but it works. So unless it stops working, not really going to worry about it. I do have a nice little knot in my leg. I usually take everything out of my pockets when I'm working. I didn't that day. Keys were in my pocket. When that door came down, it kind of smashed them into my leg. So it feels like I got hit with a baseball. So it's a little stiff when you try to move it. But on a positive note, it's given me a perfect excuse to skip leg day. My neck was a little sore, my shoulder was a little sore the next day. The brain damage was there before this, so we can't even count that. So hopefully, the next time I come back, we'll get some work done without all the injuries. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh- I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh- I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.